Brought to you by Friends Council and Advis. Trustee U, your online governance program for trustees.
So a key relationship in leadership and governance is the relationship between your head of school and your board chair. What is it characterized by? One, it's characterized by frequent communication. It would be very typical for heads and board chairs to have a conversation, preferably face-to-face, very periodically. Some schools it's every week, even if it's just for 10 minutes a call. Sometimes those calls are perfunctory. What are you seeing on your radar screen? What am I seeing on my radar screen? Any issues here we need to consult with one another on? Sometimes it's much more than perfunctory. We really do have an issue that you and I should really consult about and brainstorm in terms of how we might each proceed given this issue. And sometimes that conversation is, you know what, not the board's business. We both know it's really not the board's business, so I want to affirm that we'll be interested in how you resolve this. Just report to us because of the nature of the question. There will be some level of interest. And other times it would be, you know what, this is a gray zone issue and maybe we need to get a little bit of a task force together to fill another function of the relationship, which is the sounding board. So first, the board chair and the head are sounding boards for one another, testing out, how's this sound? How's this, you know, we got an issue coming up, this is how I would treat it. What would you think about that proposed plan of action? How would that play in your family or on the board or in the constituency? That kind of thing, very, very useful. And sometimes in real crises, that sounding board is actually materialized beyond the board chair by some kind of, maybe the executive committee or a task force that helps the head take on what's a managerial issue, but actually take it on with some support. So open and frequent communication, the sounding board role, but mainly trust. Really getting to know one another deeply enough and beginning to trust one deeply enough so that you feel that each one has the other's back. There's always noise around leadership. Schools are messy, messy places. Highly charged, very emotional. Very hard for trustees to separate their role as parent if they're a current parent with their role as trustees. Very easy for trustees to think that the school needs to fund another program if their own child is like one of 5 kids who needs, you know, Mandarin or needs Arabic or needs water polo, whatever it might be. So how do you sort through all those entanglements? Well, you sort through them by just an honest, open conversation and trust that both the chair representing the board and the head representing the school are trying to get to outcomes that are meaningful, useful, saleable, if you will, but also in the best interest of the school.